Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be attempting to make the Normani skirt, crochet skirt. I have also seen this on Dryer, so I'll be attaching some photos for you and you see what we are going to attempt to make. This is my very first try at this and I want to see how mine turns out to be. So for the materials, I'm going to be using a Chinese yarn. Unfortunately, I don't know how to speak Chinese, but it's very light, very thin. And a pair of scissors and a 4mm crochet hook and a darning needle to weave in your ends, of course. But you should pick a yarn that's not so heavy and not so rough. So this is how my yarn is going to be. And we're going to be working this skirt in two panels, the back panel and then the front panel. So let's begin. You're going to start with a slip knot and you're going to make a chain of the length that you want your skirt to be. So from the waistline down to your feet. I don't know how long you want your skirt, but that chain should be a multiple of 4 plus 7. So I'll do a total of 203 chains for the start. So I have made 203 chains, and after this I'm going to go into the 11th chain from the hook. So you count from this one: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and into the 11th you're going to go in there with a double crochet, and then you're going to chain 3, double crochet into the 4th chain. So you skip over 3 chains and then into the 4th, double crochet, chain 3, skip the next 3 chains and into the 4th, double crochet, and you're going to repeat this: chain 3, skip 3 chains, double crochet into the 4th. We're going to repeat this all the way across our chain. Okay, so we are coming to the end of row 1 and I have 4 chains left. 1 2 3 4, and I'm going to chain 3, skip the next 3 chains and into the very last one, which is the 4th chain. You'll place your double crochet there. So that marks the end of row 1. So we're going to row 2, and for row 2 you're going to chain 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Turn your work and go into the next double crochet with a double crochet, chain 3, double crochet into the next double crochet, chain 3, double crochet into the next double crochet, and you're going to just repeat this until we come to the end of our row. So this is row 2. That's all you're going to do until you come to the end of your row, and I'll meet you guys back at the end here. So we're coming to the end of row 2. You're going to chain your last 3 chains, yarn over to prepare for a double crochet, skip 3 chains from this chain here, 1 2 3, and into the fourth you're going to place your double crochet. So row 3, you're going to chain 7. After your 7 chains, you're going to turn your work and then double crochet into the next double crochet. Okay, chain 3, double crochet into the next double crochet. We don't work anything in the chain 3 spaces, at least not for now. I'll let you know when we need to work in there. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do this. Row 3 is basically going to be the same exact thing that we did for row 2, all the way down until the end, and you're going to repeat this for a total of 15 rows. You're going to repeat this row until you have a total of 15 rows. So right now I'm on row 3, and I still have a total of 12 rows to go after finishing this one, and I'll meet you back when I have my 15 rows ready. So I have my 15 rows ready. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. If you're a bigger size, I'm demonstrating for a size small to medium. So if you're maybe a large, I would advise you do like some more rows, about 3 of them. If you're an XL, do some like 5 more rows so that you can have this to stretch out. So far, my project stretches out to, you're going to stretch somewhere in the middle of your project. So stretch fully, and this stretches up to about 14 inches. So we are going to start making the boundary of the skirt, and this boundary is going to run from here down to the base, across, and then all the way up to this point. So I'll show you what I mean by that. After your 15th row, after placing your last double crochet, you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and now we are going to start doing V stitches, 1 V stitch per box. So you're going to prepare for a double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook into the first box, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's a double crochet. Then chain 1, yarn over, like preparing for a double crochet. Insert your hook into the same box, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, but don't finish. You're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the next box, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through all the 3. And what we've just done, we've created the first V stitch, but the last double crochet of the first V stitch is joined with the first double crochet of the next V stitch. So it's 2 double crochets together here. So chain 1, prepare for a double crochet, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, but don't finish. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next box, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through all. So at this point we've created another V stitch in the next box. Chain 1, do 2 double crochets together but in 2 separate boxes. So that's the best way I can explain it. After this, chain 1. Just look at what I'm doing. Yarn over, insert your hook in the same box, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook into the next box, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through all. So we are creating these V stitches all the way to the base of our work. So I'm going to continue doing that until I get here, and I'll show you what to do next. Alright, so I've made it all the way down to the base of the skirt, and when you get here, I've done my last V stitch in the very last space. So I'll do chain 1, double crochet into the same space, chain 1, and double crochet into the same space. We want to start facing down so that we can go across the bottom of our skirt. So chain 1 and double crochet into the same space. So we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But instead of finishing the 5th one, before you pull through the last 2 loops, you're going to prepare for a double crochet and go into the next space and then pull through. So this is bringing us back to the pattern that we were doing here. So after this, you're going to chain 1, prepare for a double crochet, don't finish it, and then yarn over, go into the next space, and then double crochet 2 together. So this one on this side and on this side, those are the 2 double crochets we join. So chain 1, double crochet but don't finish, yarn over, go into the next space, and then finish. And we're going to just continue with that pattern. So continue to do this all the way across, and when you get to this corner, we are going to do the same exact thing, 5 double crochets separated by chain 1 spaces, and then instead of finishing the 5th one, continue to this side and all the way up. But you're not going to work anything on the top part of the skirt here. We are going to have a waistband on the upper part, so you should stop at this point. So let me go all the way around and I'll meet you back at this point. Okay, so I've made it all the way up and I've placed my last V stitch in this space. And now I've placed another double crochet here, chained 1, and I'll place 1 more double crochet into the same space to create the very last V stitch into that last space, chain 1, and then 1 more double crochet into the same space. Then after this, you're going to chain 1 and cut your yarn. So since I have my back side already done, I want a total of 10 V stitches. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll do 3 more. We are going to start joining the 2 sides of the skirt together. So So this is the 10th V-stitch. So after chaining my 1, I'm going to introduce my back side. And make sure the upper bits are on the same side. So this side that doesn't have a boundary is on the same side as this one without the boundary, because we are going to go all the way down to the around the front panel. So after my chain 1, I'm going to remove my hook, count to the 10th V-stitch. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So the 10th V-stitch is here. You go in the middle and pull through this loop like that, and then chain 1 and continue to V-stitch normally. So don't finish, and then go into the next box and pull through. And you can see what this has done. It has created a joining between the 2 panels. So this is the back panel and this is the front panel. So we are going to continue to create V-stitches on one side until we have another 10 V-stitches. Let's see, from the time we joined, we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Hold on, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is the 9th, and then what we are starting right now is the 10th. So chain 1, count to the 10th V-stitch on this side. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10, and into that V-stitch you're going to pull through this loop and chain 1 and complete that V-stitch, and then go into the next box and pull through as usual. So this is going to create something like this, which we see on the skirt that we are trying to recreate. So after this, you're going to chain 1 and continue normally until you have a total of 10 V-stitches again, and then you'll join. Okay, so I've reached that point when I have to make another joining. So this is the 10th V-stitch from the time we joined here. Now I'm going to count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10, and into that V-stitch you're going to attach and chain 1, and then continue to place your V-stitches. So this is what I have. I'll just go ahead and So you can see the slit is a bit long, which we want because this way someone is going to be able to walk freely instead of having a tight skirt at the base. So let me go all the way up, and when I reach this point, this row here, I'll attach again and around this point and around this point, just like I had showed you earlier on. Just apply the same knowledge and I'll meet you back when I'm done. So I've made it all the way up and I'm on my very last box. So I'll chain one, double crochet, chain one, and one last double crochet into the same space, just like we did on the opposite panel. So this is what we have. Okay, so since the original piece has an elastic waistband and a bikini bottom on the inside, we are not going to do that. Instead, we are going to chain one, cut our yarn, and now we are going to start using 2 strands of yarn. Yeah, this is going to be the final moment of our skirt. So get 2 strands of your yarn. We want our straps to be a bit thick, and make a chain of 100. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have my chain of 100 and I'm going to go across the front panel with 3 single crochets in each box. So this is the double crochet row. That one will get 2 single crochets, but into the boxes we are going to start making 3 single crochets into each and every box, like that. 1, 2, 3. So 3 single crochets in each box all the way across. So when you come to the end, you're going to go into the double crochet row with 2 single crochets, and then you're going to make a chain of 100, just like we did on this side. After your 100 chains, you're going to cut your yarn and pull through. So that marks the end of the front side. Now we are going to turn our work to the back side, to the back panel, and do the same exact thing. Chain 100, make a single crochet row across, placing 3 single crochets in each box and 2 single crochets in the double crochet row. And then after making it across, you'll chain 100. So let me go ahead and do that. So I'm through with the straps on the back panel, and this is what the skirt looks like. So instead of having an elastic band in the waistband, we are just going to have these straps that are adjustable. You just tie them. You can tie twice so that you don't have long strands hanging around, or you can reduce the length if you wish, but I prefer my straps long. So I'm just tying them in a knot, in a double knot, and this is what your skirt looks like. When worn, it will stretch out to your hip measurement and it will open up these gaps on the side. So there is also another way of tying this skirt. You can just take this, the strings of the front panel to the back, and then you make a knot like that around your waist. And then after that, your body will be inside here. And then you bring the back strings to the front and crisscross them. And then they go back to the back side so that we don't have strings lying around the sides and at the front of our skirt. So you bring the back strings, the ones of the back panel, crisscross them at the front of your body, and then take them back to the back side of the skirt. This is going to create a crisscross between the front panel and the back panel, but also a very tight fitting around your waist, which we want since we don't have the elastic strand or the elastic band in the waistline. So that's going to help us out a lot. So if you guys would like to see some of my celebrity inspired outfits, you can click the link on the screen, and then you can try out those outfits that I tried to recreate, which were inspired by celebrity looks. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope you guys liked it. Can't wait to see your versions of this skirt, and thanks for watching this video. Bye.